Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video a question I get throughout the years, and a lot lately is I'm new to starting my tax preparation business. What should be my next steps? And so this information will be based off my experience and my opinion, all put together as one way of answering this question for people who looking to get started in this career industry but not sure where they begin. So what I would first say do is take a basic income tax course in your local area. So if you're a U.S. based person that stays in one of the 50 states, hopefully you got a place that has a place where you can go learn and take a basic tax preparation course in your area. And from there, decide if you want to continue the journey to becoming a tax professional / tax preparer based off the class you've taken. And so if you've taken a class and you've done really well and you even more confident in your journey of getting started with this career, then the next step will be to do your research on what it's going to take to set up a tax service. And so you can go to Google and type in how to start a tax preparation service, how to start a tax firm, how to start accounting and bookkeeping firm. Whatever phrase you put in makes no difference. You're going to get some results on another page that you got to go look at. Or you can go to YouTube and get videos of people talking about what that process looks like for you. And you decide from there if it's something you can do for yourself or do you need to outsource it to someone who's been there and done that. And so that's going to be the challenge when it comes to starting a business, is how much of it you can do for yourself versus how much of it you need to have someone else help you make happen. And so that's the difference between me and somebody else. When I first got started, I done it all myself. But you don't have to be me. You don't have to do what I did to get started. So if you decide that the 4-step process that you need to have in place to have a tax service is a challenge for you, then you need to do 2 things. Find someone who can help you do it, either for free or paid, and make it happen. Because the 4-step process to having a tax service is step 1. Process 1 is having an online account with IRS.gov, because that online account is what you're going to need to get access to the e-file provider's application that you're going to need to fill out in order to get your EFIN number, which allows you to be considered a tax service. And so that's the reason why you need that online account. Number 2, the EIN number / business entity structure portion of it is what you'll do secondly, meaning you're going to either do a free EIN number on IRS.gov or you're going to incorporate, which is a state filing fee. And so you have to decide for yourself which one you want to do first. Most people just do the free version of it and they work till they make some money to incorporate their businesses. That information that we use to get the EIN number, we'll put on the e-file provider's application, which stands for the EFIN, which is the EFIN number we're going to get. That's going to allow us to purchase professional software and register with a third-party bank that's going to collect our fees on our behalf from our clients, who gets a refund that they're going to pay us out of. The 4th step is the PTIN. The PTIN is a number that all preparers use to sign federal and state tax returns with. Back in the day when I first got started, we used to use our 9-digit social that was on all these different tax returns that we prepared for clients. And that was an issue with us. We felt uncomfortable having our 9-digit social security on all these different tax returns. And so we voiced our opinion to the IRS over time, and they came up with a way to no longer have us have our 9-digit social security number on all tax returns. And so that's a wonderful thing that was implemented on our behalf, because we just weren't going to do it. And so they had to come up with something. And then, so out of that 4-step process, now you consider a full-fledged tax service. Once your EFIN number has been approved and considered active, they'll send you the actual letter showing you've been approved, and it's going to have the EFIN number in it. And so the same information that you can see online that we filled out is the same information you'll get to see when they send you the letter, let you know you've been approved. A lot of times we find out before we get the letter if we checking into our online accounts on a consistent basis. And so once you get that number approved, now you can buy professional software, register with a third-party bank, you're good to go. Now, if you're working with a person like myself who's been in the industry for 22 years, 16 as a business owner, who has the knowledge, skills, insight, training, leadership needed for you to be successful and get you up and running, then I'm going to walk you through that 4-step process live on Zoom. And so from there, you don't have to guess. You don't have to try to figure it out. I'm there to walk you through filling out the forms that's needed to make it happen. So that e-file provider's application, I'm gonna help you fill that out because the average person can't fill it out on their own. They all must jump on a e-service call with an IRS representative to help them fill that application out because they can't do it on their own. No one has. You know what I'm saying? Out of 100 people, you might get 1 or 2 that might be able to fill it out and figure it out and fill it out on their own correctly. The other 98, they got to get on a phone call with a representative to help them fill it out. That's to show you that this application process is not a straightforward, simple process. And so if you never filled out one, you definitely need someone to help you do it. And so those are the things I help people do who are looking to start their own tax preparation business. Now, everybody might not be looking for coaching, and that's fine, but I can still help you get your infrastructure set up where you can be considered a tax service, and you can take that information and go forward on what you need to do inside your journey to having a tax office. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things you want to consider. You're like, hey, I might not use them for ongoing coaching and mentorship, but he can help me set it up and get me started and help me on my way, and that's good enough for me. So if that's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. So that 4-step process that we just described, that's a standalone product that I sell inside of my business for $397 to the person that's looking to start their own tax preparation business who don't want the full-fledged coaching program. And so that's an option for you. One of the things you want to do after that, after you got your business credentials and stuff set up, you're taking a basic tax course and you decide you want to move on, then you want to look at professional software options. Normally, it's done 2 ways. If you work with me, I'm going to ask you how much you got in the budget for tax professional software, and based on that, I can recommend you some software, or I can let you know what software that I use that I can recommend to you as well, and you can choose from that. And so that's how that normally goes with the clients that I work with. From there, we talk about what ways you're going to market yourself. Are you going to do local strategies? Are you going to be online? Or are you going to do both? Based on where you live at, some people have to do online because they stay in rural areas where the next town might be 3, 4, 5, 8 miles away, and it's not populated. And so trying to get to the nearest town to try to promote and market your business might not be feasible. It might not be doable. And so online strategy for you will be the only thing you can have to work with that's going to help you get started. People who live in big cities like I did, Chicago, people living in New York, Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying, big city people, you can do both local and online strategies. And so I stayed in Chicago for all those years, made a whole lot of money, multiple 6 figures in this industry, and never made a dime from online marketing because at that time, my mind wasn't there. I had no clue about having my business online, even though I surfed the internet every day. Like it just never clicked in to bring my brick and mortar business online. It just didn't. And so as time went on and I started to constantly learn and grow, that's when that came about. So when it's all said and done, if you're looking to start your own tax preparation service, and you don't want to do it by yourself, and you want some mentorship and coaching, you can reach out to me at 773-782-1320. Let's talk, let's chat, let's see if we can be a good fit for one another, and let me see if I can help you get started and point you in the right direction, if nothing else. I'll see you in my next video. See you looking at that phone through me all.